Okay, I think we're live on YouTube as well. Listen, I try to be on time for YouTube, but YouTube for some reason just wasn't letting me do my thing. I don't know why. You guys just didn't want to go live. But one of the biggest changes that you're probably going to be seeing from now going forward is the fact that I'm going to be consolidating the pre-stream time by quite a bit. I actually might not even have pre-streams if I can help it. I think that's for the best. Personally, for the best. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. For now, I'm going to be chatting, talking to you guys. Today's going to be a kind of a return to form for some of our old streams. For those that don't know, this is what I pretty much used to do exclusively for the longest time, was just yap. Do a lot of just chatting. This year I've been doing a lot of gaming, and I'm kind of happier for it. So today we're going to be yapping. We're going to be doing miscellaneous stuff. This week has been kind of a break week for me to catch up on videos for the bucket list. Today I uploaded my Mass Effect video, and we played Mass Effect months ago. So I have a bunch of bucket list videos lined up and ready to be uploaded and shared. So the Mass Effect video is up. So if you guys want to watch it now, you can. Or if you want to wait till the stream is over and then watch it, that's also kind of sick. But for the most part, the idea is that I have to catch up on the games because we're technically a little over halfway. We are on bucket list 11 now, and I still haven't uploaded bucket list 5. So the next video after the Mass Effect one is going to be Final Fantasy 13, and that one's already done. I just have to scan through it and clean it up. Editor Son kind of gave it back to me. I'm just going to clean it up, and then I'm going to upload it probably by the beginning of next week, like on Monday. And then after that, I'm going to be working on the other ones, which should be not as bad. The ones that I was dreading the most, the videos I was dreading the most was Okami. And that one came out really good. I'm really happy with how that one came out. Then Mass Effect and Final Fantasy 13. 3 back-to-back long-ass games. So pretty happy with how they turned out, actually. So I'm pretty happy with that. Will this part of the stream be on the test? No. You don't have to worry about school here. School can't hurt you here. We're kind of all uneducated in this stream. So you can blend in really well. I'll take upon all of the uneducated people. But anyways, I also was thinking about doing a couple other stuff. For example, by the way, hi chat. I was thinking about starting the stream doing something interesting. I found a fun little game that we could play. And this could either be really bad for me or it could be the start of my legendary come up. And that is this thing called Bandle. And I have no idea if I'm going to do well, but it's pretty much a guess the song game. And you have to guess it one instrument at a time. And I don't know how good I am at this. I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, I'm really bad at this. If I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me, I used to not listen to bands. I used to not listen to albums. I used to listen to song. That's it. So when people tell me about certain bands, certain artists, certain albums, for the longest time, I would not know who they are. But then they would play the most popular song that they had. And then I would be like, okay, I have heard of that. Yeah. That was my entire life up until a couple years ago, where I started appreciating Artists, actually, the artists. So I've always been into songs.
Brother, may I have some oats?
I would always skip. I would always just not listen to anything in its entirety. I would only go to certain parts of a song. It was bad. And then when streaming platforms came, I think that's when I started getting more into artists. And I started to see how much music certain artists would produce. So I liked the song. I would say, oh, wonder what else they've done. And then I take a look at all their entire discography. And then that was that. And then I'm talking as recent as 2 years ago is when I started to listen to albums, because I still was just a song only, maybe a couple songs from a certain artist type of person. Then I started appreciating albums. And I think the first album for me to really appreciate was probably either Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly or Bad Bunny's Un Verano Sin Ti. One of those two, what it was. I can't remember which one it was. And so now I want to see if I even, in the 2 years that I've been a little bit more acclimated and more caught up and a little more cultured in music, I wonder how good I will do in this. So, Sonny, 3 inches, bro. You're starting. It'll get bigger, I promise. Thanks for the tier 1, 3 inches, bro. I don't know how to do this. This is play 2,000 plus songs, past 7 days, replay, multiplayer, quick play. I'm not sure. I could do the daily bundle. I don't know how good I'm going to do. Oh, this was the one I just recently did, and I did terribly. As you can see, I didn't get any of it. Okay, so can I do more? Play more songs. There we go. Free pack. 6 free songs. Down. $4.4 billion YouTube views. It was released in 2013. I can't tell the song from that. That just sounded like drums and a bass. But there's piano apparently, so. By the way, if you know what it is, don't say anything. Just say, I know it. Cool. Yeah, that sounds generic. Let's see what else. I have no idea. Shit, I'm really bad at this. But I'm glad other people... Oh, okay, I got it now. This is either Imagine Dragons or One Republic. Right? I know this because every single... There was a point in time where I would go to a lot of Mormon-based events. And One Direction. What is it? One Republic and Imagine Dragons were the #1 music to play in those events. Right? Hold on. I don't know the song. Can I just guess the band? Can I just guess the band? Or do I have to guess the song? I think it's this one. I got it. Okay. So, and then it gives you the rating. So, wait, 35% of people guessed it at the piano? How? How do you guess that from a piano? 12% of people didn't get it. Those guys are losers. Okay, so then next song. This was in 2011, 2.6 billion YouTube views. I have no clue. Dude, if I don't get this at 2.6 billion YouTube views, I might as well just jump off a bridge in Minecraft. Is this Gangnam Style? Never mind. Is this Gangnam Style? Party rock anthem? The most annoying fucking song of 2011? I think I erased that from my memories. Oh, that shit was funny. Okay. That was pretty good. What the hell? 1969? No clue. No clue. Oh, this is yes. Yeah. Okay. Neil Diamond. Yeah, that's his name. I don't know shit about artists. Oh my God, I got that first try. Holy shit. Really? I don't feel special though. 48% of people didn't got it like first try. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure this is Bad Guy. I know because I watched, not because I listened to Billie Eilish or like the song Bad Guy, is because of that one bald guy that parodied the Bad Guy song. And he said, I'm the bald guy. That's the only reason why I even remotely can tell what this song is. I have no idea. Wait a minute. Yeah, it is Every Breath You Take. Yeah, as soon as everybody else did the same thing. Damn, I am average. I am part of the majority. I'm not special. Brother. Wait. They said it was released in 2019. Oh, that's a monk. That's a wrench in the. Oh, they just threw a curveball. I think everyone in this chat just guessed Take on Me. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone knows. The most popular song of all time. Yeah, the most popular goddamn song of all time. Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. It's like manufactured for me to like it no matter what. That's it. We did it. Hey, at least I got one on the first try. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll be honest with you. Anyways, I thought that'd be a fun activity to do at the beginning of streams, just to get things started. All right. Well, how's everybody doing today? How's everybody's day been so far? We're going to be yapping today pretty much. Talking about things. I'm going to be looking at some of the topic channels, and we're going to just be talking about the channel in general, some changes that I'm going to be making, and an update pretty much, just yapping. This is kind of a checkpoint stream for me, at least. So, this week is going to be kind of a checkpoint type of stream because I finished 10 games on the bucket list. We have about 9 more to go. So I think I've already decided what I want to play next, and that is Mario Sunshine. I've never played Mario Sunshine. The only 3D Mario game I played Mario 64 when I was like younger, but I never finished it. And then I played a lot of Mario Galaxy. That was the only 3D Mario game I finished, and I loved to death. So Mario Sunshine will be a fun one. I heard a lot of good things about it. And then Odyssey, I got to the new Dunk City or whatever it's called, jump up in the air. And I stopped playing. Yeah, I just didn't. I don't know why. I just stopped playing. And there's no other Mario game after that, right? No. I think that's it. There's only those 4. Yeah. So I'm playing Mario Sunshine. I'm pretty excited for it. I have it on the Switch. New Dong City. Really? Did you start watching Korra? No, I didn't. I haven't started watching Korra. Not yet, at least. But I definitely will do that. Lots of Power World. I was thinking about doing a week of Power World. What do you guys think about that? Week of Power World will be kind of fun, but I have to do it after the bucket list because I'm not taking any chances, bro. Being as smooth as an egg does not sound very appealing to me. However, I will say I did get something yesterday that I am very excited to play. I got a Steam machine. I got one. And it came with the Steam controller. Now, I didn't know this, but the Steam machine is backed up. It's through raffle. I didn't know that you had to send in an application and it's random whether or not you get picked to buy a Steam machine. And my cousin, he got picked and he tried it out. He's always trying out new gadgets. He always is buying, reselling. He's on the hustle that way. And so he got one and he was selling it because he didn't need it. He's a very on-the-go guy. He just barely opened up a new business, actually. So he doesn't have time to sit down and play something, and he doesn't have enough. He can't justify the $1,200 price point that the Steam machine is offering. So I said, you know what? Faith wanted one because Faith is a Valve girl. She is through and through the most diehard Valve person I've met so far. I don't think there's any other games that she likes or companies that she likes more than Valve. So I told Faith about it and we went half and half. So me and Faith went half and half on a Steam machine. It came with the Steam controller. What surprised me the most about the Steam machine is the fact that the Steam controller is so incredibly popular and so backed up, more than the Steam machine. People are buying the Steam machine just to get the Steam controller. Because if you sign up for it now, Faith bought one, she ordered one, and it said it wouldn't get here until the end of 2027. Isn't that crazy? I couldn't believe it. That's wild to me. So the Steam controller is more popular than the Steam machine, which makes sense. And I didn't know why, because I paid a pretty penny for a lot of controllers, including, man, this one right here. Bro, this is $110. This is an Xbox Pro controller. Yeah, you can remove the joysticks, and it's got paddles on the back and stuff like that. $110. The Steam controller is $100. So I said, and I looked at it, and it looked goofy. It looked dumb as hell. But then when I got to hold it, I have to admit that the Steam controller is probably the most robust, the most over-engineered controller I've ever held in my hands. And then when I finally got to play with it, I understand why people like it and want it so bad. And that's because the Steam controller can play games that you normally would play on mouse and keyboard on a controller. The two trackpads are they remind me of the Steam Deck. That's how you're supposed to use it. So if there's a game where it requires a lot of mouse and keyboard type of stuff, then the Steam controller is perfect because you can use the trackpads, you can do all sorts of different mapping and a whole bunch of different things. That's the main reason why the Steam controller is so popular. And not just that, but there are games that are compatible with the Steam controller. I've never seen a controller. It's upstairs, by the way. We got it for upstairs because I usually would use my portable ROG Ally. I would plug it into a dongle and do it HDMI, and it'll just go to the TV and play my Steam games that way in the living room. But now we have the Steam machine. Totally fine. Anyways, so one of the biggest things is when games are compatible with the Steam controller, the joystick is a button in itself. And I'm not talking about the R3 where you click it. I'm talking it's touch sensitive, meaning that as soon as you put your thumb over the joystick, a new pop-up shows up with more options to put mapping, whatever you want on there. I've never seen anything like that. It was pretty freaking cool. There was a game that Faith was playing. What was it? I think it was like Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon, I don't know, Park Tycoon, whatever. I don't know. And one of the things that she was showing me was the fact that the joystick is touch sensitive and you can put whatever button you want on there. Now, certain games have to be mapped and compatible to that function, but just the fact that it's there is so cool. It's so cool. But yeah, that's something that I've been doing. I'll let you guys know if I like it. So far, I'm loving it because one of the things that I didn't realize about the Steam machine is that you can customize your startup movie. Do you guys know that? I didn't know that the Steam machine had an Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, Xbox-esque movie on startup. And you can customize it. So I was surfing through the shop and I saw a lot that were from God of War. I saw some that are from Hades. I saw some that are from Mouse Detective PI. Dude, it was so cool. And you can shuffle between the movies on startup. So you can have a different movie, little tiny clip play on startup every time you boot up. It's so cool. I love it. It's like one of those things that remind me of the old school consoles. And I think that's what was really annoying about the consoles in this day and age, is that everything is so homogenized that it's lost its charm. And one of the things that the Steam machine does have comparatively to the PlayStation 5, the Xbox, is charm. Holy shit, man. I didn't know that you can customize the front light. It's like a bar at the edge of the corner of the Steam machine. And you can customize the light. You can make it bright or whatever color you want. And it doubles down as a download queue indicator, meaning that when you're downloading something, the light becomes the freaking queue for how long it'll be until it's fully downloaded. It's so sick. That was awesome. I didn't know that, because when I was playing around with it, it showed the light, and then all of a sudden it's kind of stopped working. It was like almost like halfway or like a quarter way, because it's like a bar, right? And the Steam machine light was like this. I'm like, what the hell's going on with this thing? And then I realized that it's literally the download queue for the game I was playing or downloading. Blew my mind. It was awesome. So the Steam machine's pretty cool. Don't know if $1,200 is still great. I do think that maybe you can get the Steam machine cheaper in the future. With how everything is going in this day and age, I'm not sure though. However, I did go half and half with Faith, and so I thought that would be good. So technically speaking, we both paid $600, but half and half, and I thought that was great. The main reason why Faith wanted one though was the fact that the Steam machine had not Steam machine, I'm sorry, Dbrand, which is a phone case company that's really popular, and they do cases for the Switch and for the Steam Deck, and they're really good. They protect your machine. Holy shit, I lost my train of thought. Dbrand, there you go. Dbrand had a special case for the Steam machine that was shaped like the companion cube. It was literally the companion cube. And it was the coolest shit I've ever seen. And it sold out immediately. Come to find out, they got hella sued because they didn't ask permission from Valve. Valve sued the fooge out of them. And I think Valve, which is surprising to me, but the reason why, from my, legend has it, word on the street, a little bird told me that apparently they did it as a joke, and then they went ahead with it. And then after they announced it, after they took the pre-orders, they asked Valve, and they said no. Because they were like, no, we don't want to work with you. So I think it was like a lot of miscommunication and Dbrand not being transparent, and also just kind of getting ahead of themselves, and Steam kind of just, or Valve, essentially just being a little petty in this regard and saying, no, I'm not going to do it. We're going to sue you guys. Yeah, you're supposed to ask permission first and then do that, but they asked permission after they announced it and took pre-orders, and Valve didn't like that, which was a big fumble. It's crazy. They want to sell their own companion cube. I don't know. If they do, that'd be great, but I don't think so. I don't think Steam does what Valve does what Valve wants to do. And I don't think they're going to be selling a companion cube case because first and foremost, if you're going to be doing a companion cube case, you're going to be hiring somebody that does it well. And if there's one company that does it really well, it's Dbrand. Even though they had their fair share of messes, this is one of them. So yeah, it's understandable from a business perspective. Why ask later? Yeah, it's kind of dumb. But anyways, so yeah, that's a new thing for me. I have a Steam machine. That was really fun. Sony got upset that anyone else was making plates. Steam specifically doesn't care about that part, but using their IP without permission is a whole other thing. Yeah, correct. Exactly.
Brother, may I have
I don't
some
think
oats?
Steam or Valve would have said no. I think it's the idea that they asked after they advertised it and announced it. I think that's why. Lol Taunt, what's up, dude? Thanks so much for the 30 inches, brother. Will you be watching CEO tomorrow? I haven't thought about it, no. I haven't thought about it. There's a few companion cube cases you can 3D print now. Oh, yeah. As soon as Faith told me that, because she was really sad about it, I said that you can probably 3D print one, to be honest with you. But it's the fact that Dbrand is just really good at making good quality cases that are protective over your machines. That was just sad about it. Now it's just going to be a plate that you can 3D print and that's whatever. But, you know, Dbrand usually goes above and beyond and gives you a really nice protective case. This was just a perfect way to be able to protect your Steam machine and disguising it as a companion cube. But yeah, you can 3D print that for sure. No problem. There's a whole case, not a plate. Yeah. No, I understand. I understand. No, I know. It's just like, it's a case, yeah, but Dbrand usually figures out a lot of really cool stuff. But you can 3D print one, it'll be just fine. For sure. No, I understand. I was mostly going with Dbrand does a really good job. You can 3D print for everything, but Dbrand usually goes above and beyond when it comes to a lot of their stuff. You guys tried using the machine as a PC yet? It's running Linux, Steam OS in particular. So we just got it yesterday. So we haven't done anything other than just play around with Steam. We got it last night, actually. So we haven't really played around with it too much. But from my understanding and from what I was testing yesterday, it could play pretty much every game at 1080p, 60. No problem, especially if you're on a TV, which is what we're primarily using it for. I'm not using it for any high intensive stuff. It's just casual things. I'm curious to see how it runs things like Path of Exile 2 and Path of Exile 1. And I'm also curious to see how it runs other games that I normally wouldn't play on my ROG, which is my portable gaming thing that I play whenever I want to travel or just sit on the couch or the bed. So I want to see if it's better than the ROG, which from my understanding it's supposed to be, but we'll see. Make the whole case is a more tricky proposition due to the heat issues for the device. Correct. Exactly. You can still do it. It's just, that's how a short YouTube review would be interesting to see. Yeah, I can do that. And my wife, Faith, is a smarty pants. So she can tell me all of the nerdy stuff. Because I look at it and I say, that's a cool ass console that can play Steam games. And she's like, man, Linux, this, Ubuntu that, and kernels and I'm in, things like that. I don't know anything about that. That's her division. So she's a smarty pants for sure. So I also, let's see what else. There was something else that I also was going to be talking about, but I completely forgot. Oh, yeah. So the idea of my streams. So one thing that I wanted to tell you guys about of my streams is I was looking at my streams and kind of just trying to improve them. One of the things that 100% has led to a lot of, I don't know, I just don't like it, is I don't like the idea now of pre-streams. Today I went ahead and I streamed like I literally just talked as soon as the stream started. So I'm going to be cutting down on pre-streams. And sometimes I might just go straight into the game. Sometimes I might just have the pre-stream graphic and just talk to the chat. I just think it'd be a nice quality of life change for the stream. So I'm going to be doing that. Also, I am really planning out a lot of videos, in specific the bucket list videos. One of my biggest regrets, okay? One of my biggest regrets is not doing full-fledged highlight videos of the 2021 bucket list. I did, I think, a handful of videos. I think I did like 6, maybe. And there was so many games in 2021 that were so good that I wish I did videos on. I did a video on, actually one of those videos from the bucket list did really well at the time, which was Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I played Doom, Metal Gear, Rising: Revengeance. These are the ones I made videos on, by the way. Banjo-Kazooie I made a video on. I did part 1 of a Sekiro video. I got to, I think, the monkey. And then, I'm trying to think of other ones that I did. Oh, I think I did Metroid. I think I did Super Metroid. And I think I did Other M. So I think that's it. Yeah. Let's see here. Guess what? The Steam machine costs $2,700. $2,700 what? For me, it's around $1,200 US. In my country? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Hoping they show a Trinity gameplay trailer at CEO. If they do, then I'll be watching it for sure. You heard of Entropy Effect X released a new trailer showcasing its new playable character? No, is it Trinity or is it somebody else? You can do a retrospective for those games and your thoughts, like the FF13 ones. I could definitely do something. I could definitely do something with that. I was thinking about doing I played 21 games in 2021. Here are the ones that are still on my mind. If I were to be honest with you, there are still a few games that are still on my mind and I still remember very fondly. And there's some games that I really don't care too much about. If I were to put the games here, let me put up this. Let me do a notepad here. Let me do a notepad. So if I were to put some games from 2021 that I still think about, well, let's do the ones that I don't think about. I think the one primarily I don't think about Gravity Rush. I think about it, but not in a fond way. I didn't like Gravity Rush. Bro, I guess I didn't think about the games I don't think about, I forgot about. So I guess this is kind of counterintuitive, huh? So the games I do think about, let's just do games I do think about. Okay. I'd probably say Yakuza 0. I still think about a lot. I still think about God of War. I still think about Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater. I still think about that game a lot. I still think about Chrono Trigger. And I still think about, those are primarily like the games I really think about. I think of The Last of Us. The Last of Us was pretty good. Last of Us was pretty good. Oh, and then Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I still think a lot about those. Those are the games that I primarily think about the most right now. I think if I were to put, okay, Last of Us was, yeah, if I were to put a top 5, those are probably the ones I still remember extremely fondly. Rising Revengeance, Snake Eater, Chrono Trigger, God of War, and Yakuza 0. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Here's the trailer. Oh, is that the one for... Hold on. Oh, it's Platinum. Platinum made it to Entropy Effect. That's cute. Damn. Damn, they're really going hard on this, huh? Bro, this character was a bitch to fight. I played this game back when it first came out. I played it a lot, actually. Oh, is 9 coming next? 9 the Phantom is next. No, she's a boss. Oh, that's cool. Damn, you know what? I gotta respect Entropy Effect for continuing to update the game. I don't think there's a ton of people playing it. There's not a lot of buzz about it, but man, do they keep updating it and doing a good job, it seems like. I haven't played it since it got announced and it first came out, back when it wasn't Entropy Effect X. It was just Entropy Effect. And I think that was like very, very meh. But I loved the gameplay. I think it was really cool. And since the update, I think the game has become much, much better. So I might actually check it out again one of these days. Would you put it on the list? Well, no, not right now. But yeah, those are some regrets that I have from 2021 that I have, which is the games that I didn't make videos on. Thinking back at it. So I'm hoping to do a video for every single game this year in the bucket list, so I don't make the same mistake again. So, you know, so I think that's something that I'm very much focused on. And then I was thinking about the things that I can do after I'm done with the bucket list. And I could continue gaming. I could continue doing maybe a follow-up, playing the sequels to a lot of the games on the bucket list. For example, a lot of people were asking me about BioShock 2, Mass Effect 2, and I like the idea of giving thoughts through YouTube videos, like the ones I did in Final Fantasy 13. I thought that was pretty cool. It was kind of fun. It was easy content to do. It's just, you know, I just talk about it and I give my thoughts and things like that. I thought it was pretty good. So I might keep trying that and keep doing it because I find some joy in that. You know what I mean? Devil May Cry 5. Yeah, Devil May Cry 5 is another one too. For I think you should do videos about the games in the last year list too. Either it was good or bad. Don't skip them. You should do videos about the game in the last year's list. So in 2021, it was good or bad. Don't skip them. The thing is even if I were to say don't skip them, even if I didn't like them or didn't really, you know, things like that. If I just went about that premise, I just know that there's a lot of people that won't even play the good ones. In this day and age, people have a backlog as long as freaking as hell. It's just long as hell. So if I were to tell people, even though I didn't like it, still play it, I probably wouldn't do that because people are prioritizing good games, how to spend their time wisely. And I do think that these games are the ones that I wrote down from 2021, the 5 are probably just those ones you can't miss. Those ones are true experiences that are just so good. Hoyo games revisited after many years. Dude, imagine if I just started playing Genshin again or started playing Honkai Star Rail again. Balatro, I love Balatro. It's one of my favorites for sure. A bucket list tier list? You know, I should probably rate the games that I have played so far in the past year, which includes Silksong. It includes Expedition 33. Just the games that I have played recently. That would be not terrible. That'd be interesting, you know? But anyways, I'm going to take a look at the topics channel. I'm going to be using the Discord as content. And it's been a while since I've done that. I don't know what's going on. I'll tell you right now, it's been a long time since we've done topics. I'm not going to do them how I usually do them. I just essentially just whatever I think seems interesting or catches my eye, I'm going to be talking about something that'd be fun and interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much that. I just want to hang out, chill, talk. I talk to you guys about all the things that I wanted to do on the channel right now, especially with streaming. I'm prioritizing some streaming stuff. Oh, I guess before I continue, I guess I should talk about the whole Twitch nonsense. It just came out that Twitch is currently putting in an option to opt out of generative AI, using your stream as a generative AI thing for algorithmic purposes, whatever the case may be. And I think I absolutely detest generative AI. I think everybody does. And Faith was telling me a lot of things about, you know, the fact that they're doing this. And the more I thought about it, the more I hate it, but I kind of appreciate the fact that Twitch gave us an option to opt out. And some people would say, well, they have to, or they would get freaking demolished, right? But I don't think so. I feel like they could have easily just not given us an option and just everything could be trained for generative AI. So at the very least, I'm glad they're giving us an option, because imagine a world where that's not the case. That would suck. However, in this day and age, I just think that all that shit is inevitable. And I'm just trying to maneuver life without having it affect me too much. And the way that I do that is just to turn it off, not really acknowledge it as much, and continue living my life, you know? I was considering deleting my Twitch over this. If that's something that you feel strongly about, I say do it. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. I can't do it. I've contemplated just stopping streaming on Twitch just as a boycott type of thing. But to me, I feel like that's not possible. You know, that's not possible for me. Unless I want to take a huge risk, because I am a small streamer that relies on Twitch, and my audience on Twitch is much bigger than anywhere else. And I could start streaming on YouTube fully and maybe incorporate some other platforms here and there, but I can't just leave Twitch. I think that's something that is not smart for me right now, and it's one of those things where you just have to swallow it's a hard pill to swallow. And at least, like I said, at least they're giving me an option to opt out because I don't want to be a part of that shit. I just want to stream and hang out with my chat. That's all I want, right? And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, man. Yeah, no, and nothing's gonna happen if I stop streaming on Twitch. Nothing, I'm sorry, that's not gonna be the case. Twitch doesn't give a fuck about my stream. People care about the upper echelon, and there's no way in hell that they're leaving because of this. So overall, this is gonna sound very selfish, but I'm just doing my thing. And I'm glad that I at least have an option to not opt out. Even though I truly, believe me, I'm kind of apprehensive at the idea that they're truly going to leave my stream alone to train things. I don't think that I still believe that they're probably going to find some sort of loophole to use streams to be able to train something. So either way, I'm just trying to live my life, man. My alternative is watching my favorite streamers on YouTube, but I doubt YouTube is safe from this either. Well, YouTube is a little bit better. So far, they haven't announced anything crazy, but obviously YouTube is just as bad as Amazon or Twitch or whatever, right? But YouTube, at the very least, there's really nothing that affects me as much. And to be honest, the generative AI doesn't affect me that much. It's just a bad precedent to set. And that's all I care about. So, let's see. Oh, I watched a movie that was really fun. I watched a movie called The Big Short. Speaking of the U.S. economy. Taunt just brought up the U.S. economy, and I'm like, oh, dude, I just watched The Big Short. That's a great movie. I loved it. The movie was awesome. I knew the logistics of what happened in 2008. For those of you that don't know, it's a movie about what happened in the economic crash of 2008. And it's not only, the thing is you see that information and you immediately think, oh, that's boring. But the way that this movie goes about it is pretty much, how do we make a movie about U.S. economics, a crash, and all this boring shit entertaining? And they essentially just try to make it as entertaining as possible, which is cool. So there's a lot of really big actors there. There's Ryan Gosling, Christian Bale, Brad Pitt. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of people in there. And they just try to make a very important, very devastating part of U.S. history. Well, actually, that's world history, because the U.S. wasn't the only one that was affected by that. And they made it as entertaining as possible. So it was a really great movie. Really great. Have you considered playing Transformers Devastation? No, I don't even know what Transformers Devastation is. I have no clue what that is. I should probably put on a little bit of music. But yeah, ever since then, I've been kind of interested in a little bit of like boring shit, like economic things, stocks, and all sorts of different things like that. I don't know. I thought it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Let me put on some music so it's not freaking quiet. Watch later. I have a specific one saved up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're good. What do we have? What are you guys talking about? I'm both looking forward and despairing for when the AI bubble pops. Yeah. Yeah. I just watched the drama with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. That was a 10 out of 10. Never watching it again. Yeah, I saw that on just when I was scrolling through things to watch. And I don't think I ever want to see shit like that. I think for the first time, Faith exposed me to movies and shows that just are stressful. And one of those movies was Cutting Gems? Uncut Gems. That's what it is. With Adam Sandler. That movie was one of the most stressful movies of my entire life. And I hated it. So, those are the things that I really just don't want to watch. So, speaking of Robert, he's playing Chris Hansen. I saw that trailer. I saw the trailer where Robert Pattinson's playing Chris Hansen. I thought it was a parody at first, man. Swear to God, I thought it was a parody. Why don't you have a seat? I don't necessarily know what they're going to be doing, but I think it's going to be good. It's an A24 movie, which is cool. What's up, Ahmed? How you doing, buddy? All right, let's take a look at some topics now. Yeah, so I watched The Big Short. That was fun. Okay, let's go from the bottom. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, yeah, the Fate Honkai collab. The Fate Honkai collab. And then Genshin has a version 7.0. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. There's a tweet about Street Fighter 6, and I see Mai and Ingrid. All right. I don't know what this is, but I'm kind of curious. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either. She has a sort of a... Well, you have to perfect parry it to not... Oh no, she was doing the EX ones. Oh, I see. She was doing regular ones. That's pretty cool. You can get Jane Doe from just logging in. Oh, she's like the original, like, Thirst character in that game, right? Well, no, it was Kefka, I think her name was. And then it was Jane Doe. What else is in the topics? What do we talk about? Kratos' voice actor, Christopher Judge, criticized video game adaptations for not hiring people who worked on the original titles. I have no idea why you don't just take the cast, those writers, especially when you're going to do episodes that are shot-for-shot remakes of the game. God, dude. I don't understand why that's such a hard thing for these people to do, to like get through their heads. I really don't understand. Like what goes through their head. I also don't know what exactly... what the meetings look like whenever they decide to adapt something. I don't know. I don't know if it's they're literally trying to go against the source material or if it's literally just they don't know. You know? It's upsetting. Because at the end of the day, the one who gets hurt the most is the fans. One of the ones that I'm very disappointed in is the... I mean, like... we all know about the Avatar one, right? The Avatar one, I haven't seen it, but I heard lots of bad things about it. I just think the idea of... the idea of an Avatar live action is just not very good. It's not. If anything, you can live adapt a sequel. For example, if they were to do like a sequel series where Aang is grown up, basically the Avatar Aang movie, but done in a live action setting, I think that would be okay. Just because that would be an interesting way to go about it, personally. They want something to look good, something good to look on their portfolio, and I don't think they'll get credit for just copying something. They have to make it their own. Man, that's so funny because I think of things like The Lion King, which is literally a one-for-one, shot-for-shot, frame-for-frame copy-paste, but in a 3D animated way. And that movie made an asinine ton of money. You know what I mean? An asinine. So I don't think that's it. I truly don't. Maybe for some projects, but just do a Fallout did, set the world in the game, but it's not the story in one of the games. I heard you know what's crazy about Fallout? I didn't know that Fallout had a second season. I was waiting for it. I didn't even know it was a second season, and I heard it was not very good. Not as good as the first season, unfortunately. A combo video from Transformers Devastation. Okay, what is this game? Transformers Devastation? So is this like a beat 'em up? Or is this... Wow, this is cool. Damn. Oh, it kind of reminds me a little bit of... Holy shit. I've never been a Transformers guy, but... because I never really like robots or mechas. But this is cool. I like the art style. Huh. Damn, you can transform into a dinosaur? That's kind of cool. Is this game old? Or is this game new? I don't know if this is old or new. Newish. 2015. Yeah, that's not old, but it's... I mean, it is over 10 years old. I don't know, man. As the more we trudge along time, the more I don't know what to call things. A KH inspired game came out today. A Kingdom Hearts inspired game. What the hell? Huh. Huh. That's neat. Damn. Somebody literally said, fine, I'll do it myself. If you can't give us a cool ass game, Kingdom Hearts game, I guess I'll do it.
May I have some oats?
Bear, what's up, dude? 44-inch tier 3? Jesus Christ, my guy. What's up, dude? Much love, my man. Thanks for the support, amigo. Brother. Tune into the live stream for the Kingdom Hearts panel on D23. Yeah, it seems like Disney is actually taking Kingdom Hearts seriously now. Which is crazy to me. Oh, so, okay. For those that know what this is, so I actually saw there's a new game that came out. It's called the Choicer Voicer, which is literally a way to be able to reenact. Yeah, here it is right here. To reenact certain scenes with your voice. And I'm going to be doing a stream with this, with Faith. I'm going to be doing a stream with Faith. We're going to be both doing it together. So that's going to be next week. Next week, we're going to be doing it. The Sick Mind of EDP 445. That's crazy. Somebody actually made another documentary. Someone brought that guy back up to the limelight. Ugh. Anyways. Hold on a minute. Henya flexes her Spanish. I see a short that says Henya flexes her Spanish, and on the thumbnail it says come mierda. Did she actually say the word?
Greetings and konnichiwa dayo. First time seeing your live YouTube F2P. F2P? Nani?
Free to play.
I just want to say that your clips are always funny and voice is super cute. Hope your days are
See that
nice.
Henya has not changed a single bit. It's been a while since I talked to Henya. She has not changed a single bit. She's still as adorable as
Japanese, so I have
as far back as 2 years ago.
Gracias por todo. Te amo.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias por todo. Is that the same word twice? Por todo. Te amo. Delicious. Personalidad. That's cute.
Aww, that is so sweet. Thank you. Gracias dayo.
Gracias dayo.
Good. You even nailed the accent. Wait, really? Gracias dayo. Muchas gracias. Yeah, I know. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás is for hello, right? Yeah, I know. Hola, ¿cómo estás dayo? Also, I know. Come mierda dayo.
Chat. I waited 3 years for this moment. I waited 3 years for this moment, bro. 3 goddamn years. And the payoff is incredible. Gracias, Dayo. I'm so happy.
Yeah! Come mierda dayo.
Why is I'm elite?
I know that one too. Hola, gracias dayo. Come mierda dayo.
I have not. She taught her it? Motherfucker, you're looking at the person who taught her. If she's taking credit, I will fight her. I will show the receipts.
That's what I know. Kamen mierda is a fucking shit. Perfect だよ。Thanks to the Ko-san. Yeah.
Blame the Clipper, huh? You better put some respect, brother! You better put some respect!
There's a streamer, his name's KoeKoe, and then we did a collab together. And then he taught me, like, you can say come mierda to the people who speak Spanish. I was like, oh yeah!
I've been waiting 3 years for this moment, bro. I can't believe, I thought she forgot. I thought she forgot, dude. She didn't forget. She came back. She came back home.
Let's go!
Let's go. I gotta respond. I've been waiting 3 years for this moment. I've been waiting 3 years for this moment. Oh, beautiful. All right. Shout outs to Henya. Still as adorable as ever. That warmed my heart, dude. Freaking Henya stand for as long as I live. There is a Persona and Nikkei collab happening. I gotta see this shit. Whose ass is shaking? It better. Whose ass is gonna be shaking in Nikkei, dude? Ages? Oh, this is like all the personas. Oh, wow. This isn't just Persona. I thought it was Persona 5. Oh, I'm like, what Persona character is that? And I'm like, oh yeah, Nikkei. My bad. Man, Persona music still hits so hard. Shit, dude. That shit goes hard. Persona music still hits so hard. Persona 6 better hit just as hard, dude. They had back-to-back generational OSTs.
私たちにここに来たことには理由があるはず。例えば指揮官の力になるためとかね。
Damn, hold on. Is she the only one or is it the whole cast?
奥に行くにはどうすればいいのかしら。
まだ信じられないけど、ここはテレビの中とは違う他の世界なんだよね。
Listen, I'm not a guy that's looking at this and saying, where's the ass? Like I want it, because I don't give a shit about whether or not they have ass or not. I just think it's really goddamn funny. All right? It's really freaking funny that the game that is known for having the most insane jiggle physics on your rear end has no jiggle physics on their rear end. It's really funny.
には旅館ってあるのかな。
私もニケと同じように戦うために生まれた存在であります。戦闘ならいくらでもお任せください。行くであります。
Oh man. That's funny, man.
Phantom the Safety has arrived to judge the wicked. And I don't mean their choice of fashion.
There's the ass. I guess they didn't want to. I guess they didn't want the, you know, technically speaking, if I'm going to be honest, they probably didn't want the high schoolers to have the craziest ass jiggle physics, you know?
You can count on me.
So cool. I mean, cool. I just think it's really funny how they just have no ass in Nikkei. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny. To be frank, they're not known for that either. Yeah, but I feel like if you're gonna get into you're gonna have a collab with Persona, and your entire fan base is all used to seeing the most outrageous jiggle physics of all time, and then they introduce a collab that doesn't have any of that, you're gonna have a little bit of outrage. That's it. I haven't played Nikkei in so long, dude. Is Yukiko old enough to handle a gun? Bro, that's such a stupid question. Who cares? You're not American, and it shows. Does anybody play Nikkei? The game's still kind of game's still popular? Game's still popular at all? Sometimes. I just pulled Makoto. Cool. We have Naoto in P4 and Evokers in P3. Yeah, exactly. How Ko felt watching that Henya clip? What did you do? I used to pray for times like this. Thank you, God. The seed I planted has sprouted into a beautiful tree. The come mierda tree. Anyways. So I see this thing that's going on, and apparently YouTube is raising the bars for new creators. Starting on the 1st of February 2027, my new channels need 8,000 watch hours, up from 4,000, or 20 million short views in 90 days, up from 10 million, to join the partner program. Holy shite. Hey, can I be so honest with you guys? Can I be so honest with you guys? I'm kind of okay with gatekeeping, monetizing YouTube videos. I'm kind of okay with it. Too many people want to be YouTubers in this day and age, and it's kind of pissing me off. If you raise that bar a little bit more, they'll probably get a little more discouraged. And that's it. You know, I'm kind of okay with that. And yeah, there's the idea of AI channels as well. But I feel like AI channels could hit these numbers weirdly, ironically. But I low-key, real talk, too many kids, too many people think that they can do this, like the content creation stuff, and then they step into this world, and then they just get overwhelmed. And they get fucked. So I personally, and then they resort to AI bullshit to try and get there. That's me. I'm sorry. That's just me. I've talked to too many people that say, as a person that's been around content creation for as early as 2015, the landscape has changed so much and things are so accessible now that everyone wants to be a content creator. And one of the things that I think skews that perspective is the fact that they see the upper echelon of content creators and they see the amount of money and the things that they do. And to those people, I usually tend to ask, well, what do you want? Do you want to create or do you want to make money? Because I'm going to tell you right now, content creation is not a great way to make money. And then, and if it's not about the money, then this type of shit doesn't matter. Because you're creating something. And if you're proud of what you created, who cares about like the monetary aspect of it, right? So I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I'm kind of okay with them raising the bar. I'm kind of okay with gatekeeping content creation. Shit has become too accessible, and because of it, a lot of bad shit has happened. I got no problem with them restricting shorts and advertisements, though they really need to do more in both cases. Long form, though, this is just smacking deserving long form creators. Well, if you're already in the program, you're fine. I think it's fine. Not bad. You didn't even graduate from streamer college? Oh, is that Kai Cenat thing? I didn't see any of that shit. Wasn't it just like a shit show? It was like a bunch of people, like clowns, like doing stupid bullshit. Ludwig's class was the best. Ludwig had a class? Oh shit. Actually, Ludwig, I really like... Wait, Ludwig wasn't? Like genuinely? Well, here's the thing. No, I didn't know that Ludwig was there. Here's the thing I'll say about Ludwig. Ludwig, I've always kind of followed a lot of his content creation advice because he is one of the only people that has been able to take and vocalize a content strategy that actually works. A lot of people before Ludwig was saying things like, oh, start off as a hobby. Don't jump ship too fast. Do what you like. Find a niche, etc., etc. Ludwig was one of the first people to take content creation and physically make a foundation and verbalize a strategy that actually works. He was one of the first people to do that. And I'll never forget a lot of the things that he has said. I think one of the videos I watched was like years ago about him talking about content creation, and it kind of was eye-opening. And also, not just that, but a lot of the things that I was doing was very similar to what he was saying to do. Back when the whole use streaming as an on-stream recording session, I was doing that a lot, which led to a lot of my growth back during the pandemic, which a lot of people did, but a lot of the things that he was saying, I was doing and stuff, and he just verbalized it and solidified it in a way that made sense. And for people that don't know about streaming, because there's one of the things that content creators, streamers, they're not good at explaining things. It reminds me a lot of top players. Top players, usually, a lot of the top players, at least back in the day, not anymore. A lot of the top players aren't able to formulate and talk about why top players are top players. They usually chalk it up to react better, lab it out, etc., etc. There are a lot of analysts that are top players and that can verbalize it a lot more, and they can break down the game in a way that makes sense to people that don't like play the game or understand it in a way that top players do. It's the same with content creators. They can't break down or they can't explain to people that don't understand that stuff why it works. It's all by feeling. That's kind of a thing that's like the freak of nature ability that people have. They just have the ability to see what does well, what they do, being a good personality, etc., etc. And some people can't do it, and people that can't do it, they don't know how to do it. But Ludwig was one of the first people to show the people that don't know how to do it and make it make sense. You know? Watch his off stream. I think you'd learn something from this class. What is this? Damn! How to get ahead of 99% of streamers. Damn, I will say, Ludwig's thumbnail game is on freaking point, dude. Jesus Christ. An hour 50? Damn, that's a full-ass class, huh? That's insane. Cool. Yeah, I'll probably take a look at that. Genuinely. Stream less. KoeKoe has that handled. I took the stream less and did it really, really poorly. I streamed less. I know exactly what he's going to say about that. He said, you don't have to stream to be able to grow your brand. And streaming actually, it can be detrimental to growing your brand, because at the end of the day, you're just sitting here not doing anything, right? You could literally be in front of the stream, in front of a camera for 12 hours and just not go anywhere. And that's just a waste of time. So streaming less is have a set plan of some kind potentially, and then have it be a certain amount of time, and then off stream, that's where a lot of the marketing, a lot of the branding stuff happens. Take all that footage and ship it out, right? So but the way I did it, my stream less was not because of that. If that was the case, oh, that'd be great. My stream less was because I was going through like a weird mental patch where I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what to do. And I kind of just didn't want to do anything. You know, that's kind of like, mine was primarily because of a crazy amount of burnout. So, yeah. And there was a lot of caveats that came alongside it. You know, once you burn out, you don't stream. And once you don't stream, you lose a lot of viewers. But the thing is, you know, I see a lot of people that are still around from 5-6 years ago, and that's really awesome. I really appreciate people that still come around. There's a lot of people that haven't come around for a long time, you know, because people change. People do things differently, right? And the whole point of streaming is to be able to supplement the people that leave. You know, it's like a revolving door. Streaming is like a revolving door, right? So people come out, but some people leave at the same time. To be able to get people, funnel people in, is the streamer's job at adapting. So yeah, that's kind of how I think of it, at least. And the way I was doing it, I was not doing that, bro. I was literally just burnt out, and I didn't want to stream, period. Just thought there was no point. So anyways, that's cool. I'm going to watch this. Hour 50, the video I sent you is 3 or 4 classes all cut into one video. So it's way longer than that. Each class had a different topic about YouTube and streaming less optimization. Yeah. And my YouTube game, I've been trying to completely reformat my YouTube recently. So for those of you that haven't noticed. Wait a minute, what is this? Hold on. YouTube is changing who can earn money from the Shorts creator pool. I kind of want to see this. What is this? New Shorts revenue sharing requirements. To earn ads and premium revenue each month from the Shorts creator pool, creators will have to maintain 10 million qualified Shorts views over the last 90 days. Oh, so they make it harder for shorts. I see. I see. If your channel already meets this threshold, you're unlikely to see changes to the shorts earnings. Channels below this threshold remain in the YPP and continue earning on long form content, with shorts revenue sharing automatically resuming once they cross 10 million qualified shorts view again. Interesting. That's rough. That's rough. That's rough. To be able to renew the 10 million qualified shorts in the past 90 days, that's rough. The requirements are one thing, but having in the past 3 months, you have to have 10 million qualified shorts. That's rough. Yeah. That's tough. But I guess they're trying to make it harder, and I'm hoping that they at least pay people better. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it out. You know, shorts is great, but I'm trying to work on the long form stuff. Yo, Shindigs? Oh man, I love that guy. Hold on. Shindigs made a stream overlay that shows viewers leaving the stream when they get bored. Yo, Shindigs is the man, dude. Oh yeah.
They're all leaving. All
Look at
the
this.
active chatters are leaving.
Oh, by chat.
I like this because I wanted to incorporate it myself.
You guys fucking hate me.
They literally can just leave. I might, if this is available, if this is public, I might use it. Real talk. Because I really, dude, this would be so funny. You see my name every stream. Yeah, dude. I want to see how many people leave. Put you on blast. And I'm going to show receipts. It's like, I don't want to hear anything from you, bro. This is you leaving 14 different times this month. I don't want to hear it, bro. This is the real, actual Pokemon Red running natively on PC. This new Pokemon mod completely transforms Gen 1. Okay, I got to see this. What is this? What? Hold on. We got to check this out.
This is what the original Pokemon Red looked like when it first debuted back in 1996. This is what it looks like with a few modern additions. And this is the full potential of Gen 1 Recomp. What you're seeing isn't a fan game. It's not a ROM hack or even being played on an emulator at all. This
I don't know
is
if I like the 3D.
Pokemon Red running natively on PC.
Oh, there you go. That's better.
It's only
Oh,
the
you.
beginning.
Oh, it's
It all
just
started
something you
years
can.
ago when a community of dedicated fans banded together to form the Pokemon Reverse Engineering Team. They went on to spend countless hours decompiling the original Game Boy Pokemon games into easily readable code, which a developer by the name of Brian the Boy was then able to
Damn,
use
somebody recompiled all of Gen 1? That's wild. How the hell do you do that shit?
create Gen 1 Recomp. And while the base project brings some revolutionary improvements to Red, Blue, and Yellow, it's the community mods that really take it to a whole nother level. So
Whoa.
today we're going to be taking a look at some of my favorites so far and exactly how you can get started on playing this yourself.
Dude, let's play this.
Wait, that is so weird. Before we get into the mods though, wanted to briefly go over some of the improvements the base Gen 1 Recomp brings. Most obviously, the ability to play the game in widescreen.
Bro, you guys want to play
any
Gen 1
aspect ratio you
Recomp?
want without stretching the graphics. Another pretty cool thing
I'll
is
make it a sub goal. I'll make it a sub goal because I have to keep going with the bucket list. I have 4 months left. And I still have things like Fire Emblem and Yakuza. So I'll make it a sub goal.
you can actually change the game's speed, and it doesn't affect the music. It's literally just the game. That is huge.
I'll probably do like, right now we're almost at 300. I'll probably do like 400. Just as a feasible. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Because on emulator, of course, the music
So if you guys have any
sounds
Twitch
horrible
Supremes or
whenever you speed
any
up the
subbies,
game. So that's not a
support
thing
the
with
stream.
the Gen 1 recomp. There's also individual
Dude,
volume
this looks
sliders
so
for the
cool.
music and sound effects, which I found particularly useful in Pokemon Yellow. You can also
Jesus.
zoom the game in or out in the options, but I later found out you can.
We can do it as a chat lock. I'd be down with doing some sort of a challenge run for this.
also do this by pressing 4 on your keyboard. You can also use the number 2 on your keyboard to cycle through the different color modes. If you want a more classic Game Boy aesthetic, or if you want some of the colors from the later Game Boy iterations. And there's even some filters
like from
you
Gen
can play
2
around with if you want to make it look extra nostalgic. But where things start to get real crazy is with the mods, so let's check out our first one.
Yeah, this is nuts.
Pokemon fans have been begging for an HD 2D style remake, and Dramatic Shapes voxel mod
I don't know if I like the
gives us a
zoom in
glimpse
one.
at what that might actually look like. This single zip file completely transforms the original Kanto region using a technique called voxelization that basically converts the 2D sprites into 3D objects. How exactly the engine is able to do this is a little too technically
Brother, this is the type of nerdy shit that I like. This is good content right here, dude. I love Gen 1. It's probably my favorite gen. It's the one that I played the most. And seeing the original Gen 1 being redone like this, it just puts a smile on my face, man.
For me to explain, but it's quite easy to see just how big
and you can have partner Pokemon.
This is so cool, man. What? Look at the lighting. I'm in awe.
Damn, ray tracing.
I'm not even like a Gen
This
1.
is how I would play the game right here. Yeah, like this. Not super zoomed in, but this is kind of how it would be. That's cool.
I started with Gen 2. This is still so
I wonder if there's quality of life stuff to the actual moves and the gameplay.
Oh, that's cool. There was no day and night cycle back in
Nah, dude.
So that is really cool. They were able to just add that. There's like a little bit too much blur though. Like those Pokeballs are blurry. The coolest thing about this mod,
I wonder if it has something to do with the camera angles and stuff.
Pretty much everything, including that depth of field effect.
Oh, okay, you can fix that.
Plugged in my controller, or actually not plugged in. I use Bluetooth. It has native controller support. That's crazy.
No shot.
There's actually a button to toggle.
I have my 8-bit doll. Just play it on there.
World rounding. Ooh.
Oh, I don't like the curve.
Shift too. So you can see it like blurs the background a little bit.
Nah.
You can turn on and off the grid of the voxel so you can see the actual pixel by pixel. And you can also press select to toggle through the different voxel modes, which is just great for people.
Wait a minute. Is that like live Pokemon encounters similar to the new games? That's sick.
The creator of the mod actually recommends colors red, voxel 50, T-shift 3, V-grid on. I don't know what voxel 50, what is the difference? Oh, it's like the amount of tilt? There's even an option to make the world rounded. Honestly,
yeah, no, I don't like that.
With a little zoom in, might be my personal favorite aesthetic to play with.
No, I'm good.
This is sick. This just looks like a completely different game.
It does look cool though, but I don't think I would.
Can't go over these
That's
ledges.
like a novelty.
You can see the
That'll wear off in a little bit.
It's 3D. The voxel mod even has an option to turn on 3D battle scenes using the objects from that
I don't know
route
about
to
the 3D
create
battle
dynamic
scenes either.
backgrounds that actually change depending on the route. But you might notice something different about this particular battle scene, which brings us to our next mod. The name of this one's pretty much self-explanatory, bringing the animated sprites of Pokemon Crystal into Gen 1.
100% animated sprites would be good. Motion sickness, it just looks off.
Whatever style you prefer.
Just
but all
looks
these
off.
mods are still very new and constantly being updated, so I highly recommend joining the Boys Club Discord. Link will be in the
Boys
description.
Club.
And once there, you can check the Pokemon Mods channel. There you'll find all the different threads for the mods.
Damn, really nicely done. Jesus Christ, is that Shadow the Hedgehog?
To making all the wild Pokemon into overworld encounters like in the more modern Pokemon
See,
games.
that's cool.
And it's all
I like
surprisingly
that.
a lot easier to do than you might think. So next
Yo,
up, let me show
Shirley?
you how. In the description, you'll find the link to the official GitHub for Gen 1 Recomp. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that it's
I am
actually
serious, and
available
don't call me
not just
Shirley.
for PC, but pretty much every operating system, including iPhone and Android. Of course, you'll need some kind of program to unzip files like WinRAR. I think Windows has one by default. Just make sure to actually extract this into a folder, not run the program from the zip file itself.
Man.
Once extracted, you'll find the Gen 1 Recomp EXE, which will open up a window just like this one. Then all you got to do is click import ROM or literally drag the ROM file on top of Gen 1 Recomp. Obviously, I can't show you guys where to get the ROMs, but once you have
so that's that one. Oh yeah, gameplay. Yeah, let me see the gameplay. Is there like?
That's clean.
See,
bro.
that's so cool.
Right,
that looks so good.
Hitmonchan.
I just want to see
Magic, really?
if they have done things to the gameplay.
I mean, I guess the random flying. What? How is Gust? not a flying type move.
Balloonda.
And eventually found a GitHub page for it, which did have a...
All right, that's cool. That's it. That's all I'll watch from it. That's neat. I definitely want to try that out. I think that'd be mad fun to do a Gen 1 recomp playthrough. I think that'd be so sick. But I have to do it after the bucket list or, you know, when the sub goal gets met. Let's see here. Anything like a Retroid Pocket 6 like he had in the video? No, but my cousins are... Dude, my brother and my cousin are huge into that shit. I think my cousin has a Thor, and I think my brother has a Retroid Pocket. I'm pretty sure he does. The only thing I have is this. What is this? This is an Ambernick. Yeah, I had this for a while. I play my Pokemon games on this. If I ever want to play Pokemon and stuff, I do an Ambernick. This was like $50 when I bought it. It was awesome. Thought it was a great purchase. And it's really well made. And the screen is nice. So I'm tempted to buy a Thor. I tried it out myself. My cousin has one, and they're incredibly nice. There's a couple of mods because he was saying that he wanted to play Link to the Past because he saw me playing it. He's like, I want to play it. And he found out that there is a mod that you can do on the Thor. If you don't know what the Thor is essentially an emulator device that's like a DS, but instead of being just DS stuff, it's literally just any emulator. And so there's a mod that you can play Link to the Past on the top screen, and on the bottom screen is the map. And I thought that would be so freaking useful for that game, my lord. And it looks really nice, a beautiful screen and great performance and stuff. So really great. Oh, there's new Marvel Rivals stuff. Marvel Rivals is a game I have not played in a long time. You know, I was actually tempted. I realized, you know, I was sitting outside on my chair, my rocking chair, and on my porch, and I'm just thinking, I'm just ruminating with my thoughts, and I'm just like, God, I suck at shooters. I'm like so ass. And I don't think I've ever been good. I'm tempted to reach out to like SK to like coach me into the ways of like shooter games. Cause I'm like, man, I gotta do something with it. Like I can get to high rank in fighting games. I can do all sorts of different challenge runs. I can do higher difficulties, but I can't go anywhere when it comes to first-person shooters, third-person shooters, whatever. Anything that I have to aim, I friggin' suck ass. So I don't know what to do other than to play a lot, but I feel like there's a way to be able to progress smartly without dumping a ton of time into just endlessly queuing up. And at the end of the day, that might just have to be the case. But I don't know. I was thinking about reaching out to a few amigos and be like, all right, can you like teach me how to like be good at first person shooters? Like, is it possible for me to reach a higher rank and be somewhat useful to my team? You know? Because man, I just suck ass. So anyways, yeah, Marvel Rivals is still going strong. They have this guy called The Hood, which I didn't even know that was a character in Marvel. I didn't know that was a character. She would put you on either Marvel Rivals or Deadlock. Yeah, I know that she's been playing a lot of Deadlock. Lot of Deadlock. Let's see. Taking a look at some other things in the topics channel. I see that YouTube has kind of ramped up a lot of takedowns with AI generated stuff like AI slop, which is kind of nice. I don't know if that's even real, but if it is, that'd be great. Let's see here. What else do we have? Just some other topics and stuff like that. Just taking a look at to see if there's anything else that's interesting. Just going up on the topics channel, going up and up and up. Oh, I did want to mention, well, maybe I won't. I might jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. So I think I'm going to chill on that. Cool. Yeah, there's quite a few things on here that's pretty nice. What in God's green earth is that?
I do love precious metals. And there's nothing rarer than vibranium. This cat has claws. Let's make a deal. A little love. Me out. So stealthy.
So is she... Okay, this is something that I don't know if they did on purpose, but looking at her build, I can't tell if she's a vanguard or if she's an attack. Okay, she's a DPS. See, I can't tell. Looking at her build, I feel like she can take a lot of hits. She can take a pounding. But she's in a DPS. Okay.
Unlucky you. You crossed my path.
Dang.
That's why I'm in charge.
The summer skins sell so well. I have no idea why. You would think that summer skins wouldn't even do that well.
Well,
Like, who the hell wants a summer skin? Yeah, I don't know. I also was thinking about, what do you guys think about? I mean, I was doing a lot of indie games for a little bit, just because Expedition 33 gave me like a fever. Maybe I'll play indie games again. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. What do we have? This is volume 2. We have... Okay, hold on a minute. I don't know who anybody is on here. Okay, that's Winter Soldier. That's Black Cat. That's Storm. Phoenix. Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch. That's her name. Scarlet Witch. That's my... Yeah, true. Yeah. Sorry, I keep getting those mixed up. Who is this? Who put a Zora in Marvel Rivals? Oh, this is Magic, and this is her ult. Ah, understood. Loki? Who's this? I don't know. He's posing in that way, and there's no other guy that poses like that other than Loki. Star-Lord. Oh, I forgot about him. But Winter Soldier, Star-Lord, Scarlet Witch, Black Cat, Storm, Magic. They definitely know how to make money over there at Marvel Rival Studio. They definitely know how to make the money. They know how to milk the money. They know how to milk the money, bro. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Runa mentioned it, last one. Okay, what do we have? Announced a Captain America swimsuit skin. He has giant calves. Bro, his calves aren't even that big. Have you seen Street Fighter 4? Like Street Fighter 4? No, dude. Let me show you some calves. Street Fighter 4 character model. Like if you... Hold on a minute. Where the hell? Like look at those goddamn calves. Like look. No. Look at those. They're like not proportionate. Look what's between the calves. What? Oh. Oh. Okay. I was legit looking at his calves. Those calves aren't even... But, like, real talk, like, just to move off of this topic, like, those calves are huge, right, in Street Fighter 4, but, yeah, I get it. Okay, I get it. That is a crazy chub, dude. That is crazy. Captain America... Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I haven't seen Spider-Man yet. I can't get over that shit, bro. That's freaking wild. I gotta get him off my screen, dude. He's just all bricked up right in front of me, dude. I'm a little uncomfortable. It makes me a little uncomfortable. But I guess if you swing that way, that shit must be setting off all sorts of alarms. All the right alarms. All the right ones. His in-game-ish Schlong has swing animations. You mean to tell me they put in actual jiggle physics on his dick? That's crazy work, dude. That's crazy work, dude. I have to respect them. They're doing what others wouldn't dare to do. And that is put some dick in it. They even had to nerf it. What? They did? All for the ladies playing? I'm gonna tell you right now. That ain't for the ladies. You'd be surprised as to how many you know? Bam, been a while since I've seen you. My memory of you stayed in Hololive KoeKoe videos. Damn, it has been a long, brother. It has been a long since you've been here. That was That was 87 years ago. But thanks for stopping by, dude. We're chilling. We're hanging out. I'm taking a break today from my usual spiel. I've been doing a lot of gaming, bucket list, retro, backlog gaming. And I'm almost done with the list that I have compiled. So today I'm doing just like a checkpoint. It's like, let's just talk, let's just yap. Whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever you guys want to react to, we can do that today. Tomorrow I was going to play Blaze Blue. And then on Saturday, I actually have a thing that I'm planning. So, let me go ahead and talk about that. So tomorrow I want to play Blaze Blue. I want to play some Blaze Blue. And then on Saturday, I want to do a thing. I want to do a thing where if people want to play Blaze Blue, they can play, but I'm thinking of doing like a Coliseum where we bet channel points. So some people put their names in the pot. I pick out 2 names. We get in a lobby. We spectate. They play a set. And you guys have to... We'll get information from them. Who do you play? What rank are you? Or how long have you been playing? And we'll put them in a set and we take bets. We take bets. I'll even throw in some subs into the mix. Oh boy, can't wait to bet 0 points. 0 points. Yeah, I know. There's some countries that won't allow you to do it, huh? They're one of those countries. Well, I think that's pretty decent time to end the stream here. I got nothing else to talk about today, and I don't want to drag on too much. I got some things to do. I'm going to be starting on other bucket list games, other bucket list videos. I am thinking about starting up Super Mario Sunshine next week on Tuesday, I believe. So next week will be Super Mario Sunshine. We start up the bucket list again. And yeah, I'm going to be doing the Mega Man video, the Link to the Past video. The God Hand video is going to be fun. I'm excited to get that going. God Hand was so much fun. It has to be one of the most memorable games I played this year. Same with Conkers. I can't wait to do the ranking, the tier list of the games I played this year. I think I'm going to be doing that like at the end of the year. The tier list video where I go over all the games I played, I think it's going to be freaking lit. I'm excited. But yeah, that's going to be it. I just wanted to talk to you guys and kind of take a break and yap for a bit. Yap sesh, answer any questions, react to some stuff, which we did. We reacted to some topics, talked about some current event stuff, and also saw some cool ideas that we could do. And yeah, we're going to start up the next game next time. And I don't know, after the bucket list, I definitely am thinking about doing a poll as to which sequel we should play next. You know, is it BioShock 2? Is it Mass Effect 2? Is it DMC 5? Is it, you know, the games that we haven't played yet? You know, those games. I'm thinking about that. Or do we go into another Final Fantasy game? Like, I think people were bringing up the idea of a 15 revisit, or maybe continuing 14, or maybe playing like 8 or even 10, because I think the whole thing with 13 was that it was kind of similar to 10, you know? Yeah, we'll see. We'll do a poll to see if Final Fantasy is a thing, then I will do a poll to see which Final Fantasy. But for the most part, I think I'm very excited for finishing the bucket list and then continuing on with other games. So, all right, guys, I'm going to be ending today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me. And then I'm going to be back tomorrow Playing some fighting games. I will say, oh man. I'll be honest with you guys. Earlier when I did the stream schedule, I wanted to play BlazBlue. Today, I was thinking about playing it tomorrow, and I literally am like, I kind of want to play other video games. Do you guys ever get that feeling? You guys ever get the feeling where earlier in the week, you're like, yeah, I have a schedule this week, and I'm going to be doing this. And then a day before it happens, you're like, actually, I kind of don't want to do that. That's a feeling that I've been dealing with for so long. So freaking long, man. Sometimes with books. Oh, you know, that's a good point. I sometimes do that with books as well. I like the idea of reading a certain book, but then when I actually get it or start reading it, I'm kind of like, maybe I'll get back to this later. I was going to start P3 yesterday. I ended up playing Fallout 1. Fallout 1? Jesus. Yeah, no, I absolutely... Sometimes I sit down in this chair and I'm like, yeah, we got to play this today. I'm just like, I don't want to play this today. Like, I love BlazBlue to death, man, but I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't correlate with what I'm feeling. So with that being said, I'm going to try my best to boot up BlazBlue tomorrow. But if I end up streaming something else, don't be surprised. Just putting that out there. Same thing with Saturday. Putting that out there. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'll set you all free. I will see you guys manana. Bye-bye.